dandadan fans? This is Chris Boltz coming in with a recap and review of the movie Dandadan Evil Eye. Now that's the trailer that you're currently watching right now. But before I get into my review, do make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. All that stuff really helps me out. And if you watch this video all the way to the end, I really appreciate your support. All of that helps me out. Now, this movie is a really good movie. And if you have any type of fears about being lost when you go and watch it, you're going to have those fears allayed, because what this movie does is it starts off a recap of the first season all the way up to episode 10. And then once episode 10, it picks up right after episode 10. And so you follow the antics of Okarun and Momo as they help their friend Gigi. Gigi at the end of episode 10 complains about a spirit that is haunting him, and he wants to get to the bottom of it. And that's why Okarun and Momo go to this onsen village. They run into this really weird looking family called the Ito family, and they've been guarding a secret that is associated with the rental house that the family that Gigi, Okarun, and Momo are going to be staying in. And there's a lot of really good, cool action scenes, a lot of cool sequences. And one of the really good things that really stood out about this movie is just the use of color. I really like the use of color in this anime overall, but the drawing and the use of color to offset characters, to go ahead and show that contrast, to bring that aesthetic alive, it really pops in this particular anime. And if you wait until after the end, you actually get an interview from the directors. It is co-directed. I forgot the Japanese director's name. The French director, his name is Abel Shiromota or Hirogata, something like that. But both of them, they really fed off of each other, and they talked about the really important use of color to help bring this anime alive. They also talked about the difference in tone of style of music that was used. If you watched the first season, you heard that the anime used, good hybrid style of music, classic and rock. But for this particular movie, they decided to go along with techno, a mixture of hip hop and techno, and it really works. This anime really, amplifies Dandadan. Dandadan was one of the most watched anime from the prior season. It actually beat out Solo Leveling in terms of viewership. Did really well on both Netflix and also did really well on Crunchyroll, despite the fact that the latter didn't really promote it as much as it should have been promoted. But this movie, again, if you watch the movie, it gives you a really good recap of the first season, and then with the second season, it jumps right into the second season. So it's a really good bridge from the first season to the second season, and I say that without wanting to give away too much or anything like that, because I will say that it ends on a cliffhanger, in which you really do, if you want to find out what really happens at the house, what really is happening in this onsen village, you definitely need to watch Dandadan Evil Eye. So it's a really good connection of the first season to the second season, and on top of that, it has some really good action sequences. You could tell that the studio really put their all into making this particular anime, and it really does the entire series justice. And usually what happens when it comes to these types of movies, what the studio will do is they will go ahead and give you a really long recap, and then they'll give you about 30-40 minutes of the first two seasons, or first two episodes rather, of the upcoming season. I'm looking at you, Demon Slayer. That's what you did with the training arc, which was really, I think, kind of lackluster and lazy. In this case right here, this entire episode seemed like could have been the last few episodes of season 1, but instead of just going in there and putting out those final episodes, just doing a lazy job of just rehashing the animation and drawings of the first season, I think they actually went in there and upgraded their level of the type of animation they wanted to use and the drawings, because you can definitely see the contrast between what is done on for the small screen and what is done for the big screen here. The character models look really great. Momo and Okaru look wonderful. Gigi look wonderful, especially let me stop with the especially. Evil Eye looked really great. The Keto family looked creepy as hell. You're seeing the spirit that was actually haunting Gigi. He was creepy as hell too. And you see that big giant snake-like worm. That thing was creepy. And that was another thing that the directors talked about, was the French director talked about how he looked at a lot of horror type movies from everywhere, from Japan, from the West, and to get different types of ideas as to how he could approach this particular cartoon. And you can definitely see that in this anime, especially when you see when they fight underground right there and they're starting to fight that snake, or rather the worm. So really good movie. I don't know how long it's going to be in the theaters. Generally with these types of anime, they are only in the theaters for about a week or so. So if you are still interested in watching this, definitely it really benefits to watch it on the big screen. However, if you cannot, when it debuts on Crunchyroll or on Netflix, do make sure to go in there and watch this movie, because you definitely will need to watch it in order to understand what's going to be going on in the first season, or I mean, not the first season, but the second season, at the beginning of the second season. But even on its own, it is a real treat for the eyes. You will, if you're a dandadan fan, or even if you aren't a dandadan fan and you're looking at where is a good place to get in, this movie will do it for you. 9 out of 10. I would definitely watch this again when it comes out on Crunchyroll. I'm gonna watch it again. It's a phenomenal movie. I took my daughter to go watch it. She really liked it. She actually stopped watching dandadan at episode 3, but again, she got caught all the way up because they give a really good recap of what happened in the first season going into this movie. Do yourself a favor, go check this out in the theater before it leaves. If you can't, again, definitely watch this on Netflix or Crunchyroll with especially if you have a really good sound system. The music and the atmosphere comes alive with a really good sound system. So do that for you. Do that and you will not be disappointed. Once again, 9 out of 10. And let me guys know what you guys think. Did you guys watch the dandadan Evil Eye movie? What did you guys think about it? Jump down in the comments and let me know. And make sure you do like, share, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. All that stuff really helps me out. And if you watch this video to the end, once again, I really appreciate your support. And remember, this is Chris Bolts signing off, and I will catch you guys in the next video. You take it easy.